Today is all about cherry blossoms. Right now we are here in the peak cherry blossom season. So we're going to take a bus, about a 40-minute ride up to the north part of the city to go on a really nice walk and see lots of cherry blossoms. And we're gonna try some things along the way. But that's what today's all about, and we're just waiting for bus number 5. If you're ever gonna ride a bus in Kyoto, you have to make sure you have the exact change. They have a machine on the bus if you don't have exact change, and you can exchange your bills, exchange your big coins, but you gotta do it before you're gonna get off, because if you don't, you hold up the line. So when you get on the bus, you get on in the center of the bus, and you exit off the front. While everyone's just sitting and riding, go up to the front, use the exchange machine, get the right coins, and then you can just pay the little drop bucket on your way out. So the Philosopher's Path is a pedestrian-only path that runs along a canal that is lined with cherry trees. It got its name because it's known that a Japanese philosopher used to come here and do his morning meditation. It runs from the Jinkakuji, which is also known as the Silver Pavilion, to the Nanzenji Temple. Along the path, there's lots of little shops, cafes, there's even people's houses, there's tiny little bridges that you can walk across the canal. When we were here 2 weeks ago, none of the blossoms were in bloom, and it had just rained, so it felt like very quiet and magical. But right now that all of the trees are totally in bloom, some of the petals are even falling when the wind blows, and this might be my favorite thing we've seen in Japan yet. It's on another level. When you come to the Silver Pavilion, it's right up there behind us. There's a street that you walk down a hill, and on your left-hand side, there's a little stall that is selling, it's like grilled mochi, right? Is it grilled? Mm-hmm. Yeah, grilled mochi. It's only 150 yen. You get like 5 little ones on a stick, and you can choose between matcha and soy sauce, like dipped in, but it's like a sweet soy sauce. It's not super salty. It's delicious. We have had it other places since having it here for the first time, and this one is cheaper and way better. There's like a little place inside you can sit. This is the little stall right here. It's only 150. So if you're ever visiting the Silver Pavilion, you gotta come here, you gotta try it. I like the soy sauce one better. Did you like soy sauce or matcha better?
I like the matcha better.
You like the matcha better. But for 150, you can try them both, right?
They're just like fully in bloom. Like if you like touch it, they actually fall off. So I accidentally hit one, and all these petals fell off. I'm like, I don't want to do it. I don't want to ruin it. I don't want to make it shorter for everyone else to enjoy it. But it's like so thick and concentrated just behind me.
One side of the path that has like 2 stone paths, and then the other side is against like some walls, but there's like a little gravel part, and there's this couple, they look like they're dressed in like wedding attire, getting like their wedding photos taken with the sakura. So pretty. I love weddings. Gonna leave the Philosopher's Path for just a few minutes to see if we can go up and see a moss-covered temple. But there was this little kid and he was fishing. I don't know if he was fishing for the big carp, using the little fish as his bait, or if he was fishing for those little fish that were in his bucket.
But you guys already know, I love moss, I love temples. So a moss temple is right up my alley.
I know. He's even hungry and he still wants to take the walk up the hill.
Getting a little hangry. Alright guys, so we made it up from Philosopher's Path. There was a few steps, a few hills, but I think we're here.
We're in the woods now. It's quiet, like you just hear birds, and along the gravel path there's actually some kind of, I don't know what they are. They're these cool structures. They're like green. They look like crystals, but they have like bubbles in them. Not really sure. But this is the moss covered temple that we wanted to check out. So it looks really cool.
This roof is incredible. It's made with like a wooden structure, but on the outside it looks like it's really small pieces of bamboo that's been layered to create this like 2.5 foot wide covering.
From far away it looks like hay, but then you get up and you up here and underneath and you can see all of the little spirals. We've kind of been trying to only go to outside things, and so we've missed out on all the art museums and everything like that while we're traveling, but inside this building right here is a little art museum, so we get to see some paintings. We didn't bring you guys inside just because it is an exhibit when they are selling the art pieces that are in there, but it's an exhibit of 3 different artists, and one of them we got to meet, and he gave us some of his like pamphlets and things. He is really passionate about environment preservation here in Japan. His father used to be a bird researcher. He unfortunately was in a tragic nuclear power plant accident back in 2011. We were reading that they did a poll in Tokyo, and it was like 30% of young people, like Gavin and I's age, actually even know what happened in 2011, and that like really saddened him, and he's like, I don't want, us to keep repeating the failures of the past. He wants to use his art to spread the message about how we need to care about the environment, take care of the environment, so that accidents like what happened to his dad don't keep happening. So that was beautiful. It's like photography on aluminum, so it's like 2 different mediums together, so it like sparkled. It was really nice. It was pretty. So it was fun. We haven't been to an art museum in a long time, so it was fun to go to an exhibit. But just kind of wandering around. I don't know where the main hall is, but maybe we can find it. They take so much pride here in their landscaping. There is a worker here who's actually raking off the moss, taking the sakura leaves and other leaves and making the moss like pristine and perfect. It's beautiful. And then actually right behind me is a really famous black Buddha. It's such a quiet area up here. I highly recommend you guys come. It's beautiful. So it's free to come here and walk around the grounds, see the moss-covered entrance, which is beautiful. And they have all these different like ponds and bridges. They have a little art exhibit area. And then if you walk to the back, that's where you're gonna find the Buddha. But 2 times a year, they open up the main hall. And the main hall has a garden on the inside. It's this big, beautiful tree. And in the spring, it's blooming with camellias flowers. And in the fall, they open it up the first week of November to see all of the leaves turn red. So right now, these flowers are in bloom, and they do actually place some of them out near the little fountain. We're so grateful that we're here while these flowers are in bloom and during the cherry blossom season. It's just amazing. These flowers are stunning. And I read that there's over 3,000 different hybrid versions of them. So, like the one on the bottom looks like a cotton candy flower. It's amazing. Look at those fresh flowers. Yev and I tend to be very frugal, and so we actually didn't pay to go inside the main hall because we could see a few of the flowers, and we looked up what the pictures looked like, even though I know we're here the 1 week out of the entire year that you can see it. But we were walking out, and all of a sudden we looked up, and there are so many of those trees. So inside the main hall, there is one beautifully, very manicured tree. And in Japan, they know how to manicure trees. But all around the grounds of this main hall are so many trees full of flowers. It's beautiful. I feel like it was an extra special surprise. We still get to see them. Philosophers Path, and there is another shrine here. So there's the temple in the beginning and a shrine at the end. But you can just see all the petals just falling down. It's amazing. It's magical.
Kind of feels like a first snowfall back at home.
Oh, it does.
It's like so like, I don't know, it's magical.
It's magical. I think that's the word of the day. The original plan for the day was to get out a little bit earlier so that we would have done all of this and made it to a park to have lunch. It's now 4 o'clock. We haven't eaten anything since breakfast, and we thought we would have a chance to stop and get something to eat, but honestly we would chose views over eating all day long. Before we find anything to eat, we had to stop at this incline. It's called the Kaigi Incline, but we think it's like old railway tracks. They are lined with Sakura trees going all the way up. This actually looks busier than the Philosophers Path.
Guys, I think we found where everyone's been hiding.
Oh my gosh.
It is crazy.
This is actually the busiest place we've been to all here in Japan, and that's including the orange gates. I honestly thought that we were gonna have this place kind of all to ourselves. This is like a mob scene, but it's beautiful. Maybe if you come here in the morning.
Imagine this being like an active train and like riding this train like during cherry blossom season.
That'd be beautiful, especially if it was like one of the ones in Switzerland with the glass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We haven't seen that train yet, but if you stick around and subscribe when we're in Switzerland, maybe you'll see that train with us.
We're walking down the incline. This is honestly a beautiful spot. If you want to get lovely pictures here, I would highly suggest you come for sunrise, not sunset. Sunset, this is very packed. But if you're okay with crowds, I think it's totally worth it. We are about a 20-minute walk from the park, and we definitely need to get some dinner. So we're gonna go find ourselves a grocery store. Aw, guys, I just got called a YouTuber for the first time ever. We have 75 subscribers. Mark this moment. First time ever. Look at this. This is beautiful. Come down to the end, guys.
Or the beginning.
Or the beginning, I guess, the bottom part. The one side is like green trees and the other side is Sakura, but it's a little more shaded, less busy, quiet. It's beautiful. Just walking down the street that's right over there, and then I looked over to the right and saw a huge crowd of people coming out of like this little area in the back alley. You can totally tell it's mochi and it's a sweet, so I gotta stop.
Miso. Mochi.
Miso.
Miso, hi.
Miso. 340.
はい。
はい。じゃあ、いただきます。これは剥いてあるね。
Arigatou gozaimasu. So you've got.
I got a miso wrap, sweet miso mochi.
And what did I get?
You got plain sticky rice.
I've seen that they do like a sweet fried rice type of thing here, which I haven't had, but I was like, gotta try something new. They said it's their most popular dessert. They come in plain green tea and cinnamon. If you want it to have a strong flavor, I would suggest you get one of the other ones. This has like a light, nice, sweet flavor though. Kind of like lychee. It's really good. Texture's unreal.
So let's try this. It's good. So it's
sweet?
It's sweet, yeah. It's definitely sweet, and it's wrapped in oak leaf. So it's got this like woody, leafy smell to it when you go to bite it. But the sweet miso is amazing.
Don't want to get run over by one of those.
How good is this one? Do you like it?
Yev loves miso, and I like miso too, but it's good.
It's really good.
It's like a savory sweet. I feel like Yevon finally found a savory sweet. Here, try a bite.
That's fun.
It's fun. I don't know. It's like fun food. And the little sweet lady that sold it to us, so cute. But look at this line. If there's a line, you gotta try it.
Guys, we did it. We found a grocery store or a supermarket, and now we're off to the park.
And then we finally get to sit down and enjoy the sun setting with delicious, yummy food.
It's gonna be great.
Just our little casual picnic spot. To walk through a shrine to get to the park. It's actually the Sakura Shrine, and I had seen pictures of this. It has like tons of lanterns everywhere, and I was like, oh, I want to go there. But we were just passing through on our way to our park. Super happy surprise. Yevon was telling me that part of the shrine, he read, is over 1,300 years old. It's like mind-blowing as an American. Just making sure there's no signs that say don't eat here, because that would be really tragic since we came here for a picnic.
Right behind the shrine, there is a park with lots of cherry blossoms, but we gotta go right across the street. There's a park called Maruyama Park. So just a few more steps away.
There are some signs that say like, please refrain from having like banquets, which is crazy. People must normally be able to have like these big evening gatherings here in the park. But you do see like just like couples and little families like sitting around enjoying a little munch. When I was doing a little research about what are the top things that you gotta do when you're here in Japan during cherry blossom season, is that all the locals come out and have like celebrations and parties here in the park, which right now they're just asking us to like only do like picnicking and stuff like that, like small groups, but it's really common that families and couples come out and they have little picnics and enjoy the cherry blossoms that are all in bloom. So we decided on our day of enjoying cherry blossoms from start to finish that we would end with a picnic here in the park. I was a little disappointed because I thought that I wanted to do a picnic for lunch and we went hungry for a lot of hours. But now that we're here at sunset, I feel like it's working out perfect. It is beautiful. It just feels like we get to be part of local life. And when you are picnicking in Japan, you get inexpensive, delicious delicious sushi.
Bloopers.
Inexpensive, delicious sushi is a very hard thing to say over and over again. We don't like to spend a ton of money, especially since we're full-time traveling, and so at home we enjoy trying local craft beer, but while we've been traveling we have not had any of those type of indulgent, delicious luxuries. But we said we were gonna have a little drink with dinner, and we were at the grocery store, and Yevon all of a sudden goes, Amy, they have craft beer. So we have a porter and an IPA. I haven't had an IPA in forever, so we're super excited to try these. Oh, that has a sumo wrestler with his almost naked butt on it. Very Japanese. So, really excited to try these. We also got a mystery box. We couldn't translate it, and all I could do in the store was go like this. And I saw some ginger in there, and I went, well, I like ginger. So, $4. Is it worth the $4 we spent on it? Oh, funky. Hey, we have some fried fish. We have some dumplings. There's rice at the bottom. Some egg, fried chicken. Kind of looks a lot like a bento box, just in some styrofoam. Not bad for $4. I think we're gonna have quite a Japanese feast. So, they asked us to sit up on the bench that was behind us, which is okay because now I can use our blanket as a scarf, or as a blanket, I guess. But I was reading that they are not wanting large groups, and I'm guessing the way that they're getting it down from large groups to only like individuals or couples is by only allowing you to eat food in the park if you're sitting on one of the benches. So in a lot of parts of Japan, they don't want you eating food and walking, so that would eliminate those people, and there's only a certain amount of benches. So it keeps the crowds down because of the virus. They're trying to be safe, which is sweet, but they are still letting us have our picnic. We just can't sit on a picnic blanket.
Thank you so much for coming along as we explored the beautiful city of Kyoto and its cherry blossom trees. We hope you enjoyed it. If you liked the video, please give it a like and subscribe for more, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye!